Don't dress for dinner. I don't know, my mom never would have said that. She said, get dressed for dinner. But anyway, we're gonna find out what is this about. Bill Douglas is with us and Nancy Hammell, and they play husband and wife. And this is a story, I think, about mistaken identities, and it's a French farce, and you name it, and it's in there, right?
Absolutely.
Any slamming doors?
Oh, there's slamming doors, there's flying spoons, flying hairbrushes, flying people.
A lot of slapping.
Lots of slapping.
You got that down right?
Oh, I've got that. Lots of practice.
I had to do that in a scene once, and I had to do it just right. So, and somebody jumped when they said, oh, "You really hit him," and I go, "No, I didn't."
Oh, well, we do.
They really
Oh, you really do hit him.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, this
Yes.
is talking about realism in a theater. So it's over at the Sand Lake Center for the Arts, and it is the Circle Theater Players. It's being produced by Joan Fees, who couldn't make it today, but
Right.
we were hoping that she could. And the play is about?
Well, we're husband and wife.
Yes.
Okay.
And we've been married for some time.
Yes.
And I guess things are getting a little stale.
Yes, and
Uh-oh,
so
a little
I've-
infidelity
and
coming
so
up?
I've, planned
Little
a little
philandering?
planned a little weekend while my wife is out of town.
Oh,
But then I find someone I'm interested is coming, and so I decide not to go out of town.
And that causes all sorts of trouble with
I would imagine.
mistaken identities and
And we have a cook who sometimes is a cook and sometimes not a cook, and we have a mistress who's sometimes a mistress,
And
sometimes a
sometimes not.
cook.
Oh.
And farce ensues.
So this sounds like a good holiday show for
I think
fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Lots of physical comedy as well as wonderful faces.
yes.
And when will the play be on, so that people know
It
when?
starts November 29th
Okay.
and it closes December 8th.
Right. And we also have a Thursday evening performance
Yes, the second week.
with the second weekend.
Oh, okay. So
Which
you
is
have
new for us.
a new performance.
Right.
You have. The Sand Lake Center for the Arts is a phenomenal place. It's an old church, and it's just really lovely. It's well done, and you've done your interior black box theater is now. I guess you renovated a little bit there
Yes.
too.
Wow.
The
New
stage-
lighting or something.
Yeah, the stage is new, the floor in the room is new. They had a one-act play festival too, was the first show in it.
Yeah.
But having spent time crawling under the stage, attaching C-clamps to try to get the old stage to be level and not squeak, this is tremendous.
It's a lovely big space,
Yeah.
and we have a great set, which is almost finished, including a circular stairway and swinging doors.
So who did
and-
the set? Because I always like to give credit to
Kevin
the set.
Carpenter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because to me, we sometimes forget to give credit to the people that are doing the costumes and all the
Right.
rest, because in the lighting, if the lighting isn't any good, it doesn't make any difference what you're doing on stage, right? Nobody can
Right.
see you.
Right.
And if your sound isn't good, they can't hear you anyway. So it's important to, when you go to see a performance, take a look at the whole performance and read all those credits, because those people have worked very hard to make that happen. But one thing, you're having Bill Staines coming in for one of the concerts. Is
Yes,
that
he's
correct?
coming in for the Squire Jacob series Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
And he's a wonderful performer. He's been
Yeah.
around for 40 years.
Yeah.
I remember him when he used to perform over at the 8th Step over in Albany, so
Right.
I've been a fan of his for a long time. So a lot going on. They usually have art displays, but right now we're kind of concentrating on the play, because the play, to me, I've said this earlier, I just think theater is just so much fun.
It adds a wonderful dimension to your life, whether you're on the stage or you're in the audience. It's something I left alone for 40 years and recently came back to,
And you
and
came
it's
back
pretty
to-
wonderful.
Well, and I want to remind people that when you are in the audience, you're part of the production.
Absolutely.
And if you're not laughing, or you're not giggling, or you're not crying, or whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, the people on stage get a little nervous. Like,
Well,
it's like
what I always find interesting is we start out and we read a play, you do the first reading and it's funny. You rehearse it 40 times and you start to wonder, we're so
Is it
used
still
to it,
funny?
is it still funny? And then when the people
Right.
come, it just comes back to life.
yeah,
It's
and,
really,
and it's so important to have that. And you've been, I should say you've been around a long time, but you've done a lot of productions, haven't you?
I think this is maybe my 19th or 20th just at Circle Theater. And I only started 9 years ago. But,
Really?
yeah, so it's
He's
been...
got one of those faces.
It works for different parts.
does.
And how about you? Now, you said you just returned.
I did, and I've done several things at the Ghent Playhouse, which is in Columbia County,
Yeah, I know
in
where
the
that
village
is.
of Ghent.
Yeah,
And so this is my first French farce, and I'm glad I have Bill to play off because it's a wonderful challenge to an actor.
Fun.
Because,
Fun.
And the script is a difficult one to learn because it's a lot of what, why,
There's
who,
there's a
what?
lot of what I call kind of who's on first moments in
I
the show.
see.
Where
Now, who's the author of this? I'm sorry.
Mark Camilletti.
And has he done other
Oh.
farces?
Yes.
Boing Boing is
Boing
another
Boing,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that we're familiar with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you've never seen a French farce, it's not done in French.
No, and I think that we also need to give wonderful credit to Sky Vogel, who
Yes.
is our director.
Yeah.
He has the most amazing timing, comic timing, and comic movement.
So he really helps you through
Oh.
those parts so you know when to hit that line.
He's very fond of saying, you know, it's a collaborative process, and he's our eyes and ears because you can't see yourself
Right.
when
You
you're
can't see
doing these. And
yourself.
he really, in a collaborative way, lets you know when something is working or when something doesn't quite work, and it's very
Does he
helpful.
allow you to add a little something?
Oh yeah.
Yes, but
Encourages
he'll
it.
also tell you, that was very nice, and I thank you, but
It
I don't
doesn't
think
Yeah.
work.
And that's what his
Right.
job
So there's
is.
some things that we've sort of.
But you know,
discovered.
you don't know it doesn't work unless you try it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
you
It's a
know,
welcoming atmosphere
It's those
to
little
try
things that make it, you know, that maybe you'll add something that's just perfect that he didn't think about. So it is a collaborative effort. And if you want to see a collaborative effort in process on the stage, go see Don't Dress for Dinner. Can I ask you why not to dress for dinner?
Well, let's just say that as the evening goes on, the clothes don't.
There you have it. So check it out. Don't Dress for Dinner. It's over at the Circle. It's the Circle Theater Productions, Circle Theater Players Production. And that's over at the Sand Lake Center for the Arts over in Averill Park. It's easy to find right on the highway, and you'll enjoy it. Believe me, you'll have a really great time. Big, nice parking lot, easy place to park. Have a good time. Thank you both for being here,
Thank
Bill
you very
Douglas
much.
and
Thank you.
Nancy Hammell. And say hello to Joan for us. And I hope that we can get over and see Bill Staines. It all depends how the weekend goes. So.